Get down here to class, 1232 North King Street, Wilmington, Delaware.
Shalom, Lord Christ, to my brothers and sisters, man. Y'all need to come down to 1232 North King Street, where the truth resides, man. ISUPK Delaware. We definitely representing doing some big things.
202 North DuPont Boulevard in Smyrna, Delaware.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Come and be a part of this rising thing that we got going on here in Delaware.
I hear everybody claiming that they love the Lord and love God and all that. Well, get in here and show it. You know what I mean? The scriptures say faith without works is dead. So if you ain't doing nothing, your faith is dead. So get up and do something. What you need to do is get your ass up and get in the class. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't doing nothing else. You're sitting home wasting time. Everything is going on around you, and you don't know how to compartmentalize these things. You understand? I'm on my way to class right now, like you should be. You know what I'm saying? Class don't stop for nothing.
Hey, what's good, Zariah, man? What's up? Get your ass up. Oh, man, you always do tripping. What's going on, man?
What's good, Red?
Hey, man, they was clowning you at work today, man. So? I mean, we watched the video a couple times, but we really couldn't tell if it was you.
Yo, how's your eye?
Oh, it's cool. God damn!
What's up, Rock? What's up, Rock? Yo, let me get one of them flyers, man.
Man, I ain't giving you shit. You better get the hell out of here before Cat Pop come out here.
Man, come on, man. Why you gotta be like that, man? I'm trying to come to class, man. Why you acting crazy?
Man, you need to go do that.
Man, I ain't giving him shit.
Man, what? Man, you ain't gonna give me shit. We need brothers to come to class.
Damn, man. Ite me ya me estar rotando.
Man, you fucking racist, man. Give me this goddamn flyer, man. You acting crazy, home.
Man, fuck you. Oh, shit. Tebow, nigga.
What? Who?
Tebow.
Oh, damn, I ain't been to class in a minute. Shit. Oh, shit.
What's up, y'all? What's up, Red? Thanks for the bike. What you got on my ties, homie?
I ain't got nothing.
I thought you already collected the time.
I did, but I want Red's 10%.
Stall him out.
What's up, Red? What you got on my ties, homie?
I ain't got nothing, man.
Oh, yeah. You got something.
I ain't got. Hey, man, that's messed up, man.
Shut your ass up or I knock your ass out.
Yo, Tebow, man, that's messed up, man. Give him his money back.
What money?
You right, man. What money?
Hey, man, why ain't y'all help me?
Yeah, man, I paid my tithes.
Man, that's fucked up. If it was y'all, I would have helped y'all.
What about the time he took the ties from me in Zariah's backyard?
Oh, that was different.
Man, let's jump him.
Man, sit your ass down, man.
Man, I got mind control over Tebow. When he here, I pay my tithes. But when he leave, I pay my tithes.
Man, damn, man. I should have just paid my tithes, man.
Man, that nigga gonna cry in the car.
You should have paid his tithes.
Shit, real shit.
This shit is endless. What I speak is the truth. I don't care if it's offensive. 12 rounds hit hard, and this shit gon' go the distance. Way to exit cool, but wait till you see the interest. Know that we them niggas when we walk inside the entrance. Put me as the GOAT, you should be honored to get a mention. All my clips is standard, but I still get extensions. Switch on the big 30, sound like when it's spitting. Album so high, I had to give them an extension. One West till they bury me. Yeah, that's the commitment. Don't trust a soul, niggas purring or they hit shit. What I speak is the
What's up,
truth.
y'all?
I don't care if it's offensive.
What's up, Red?
The life that I chose, no turning
Thanks for the
back,
bike.
no endless. They don't understand.
You got on my ties,
so
homie.
tell them no forgiveness. Rain on them.
God damn, man.
Shit is endless. What I speak is the truth. I don't care if it's offensive.
God
The life
damn.
that I chose, no turning back, no endless. They don't understand when we tell them no forgiveness.
Tebow,
Rain on them.
nigga.
I believe
Tebow.
in reincarnation, so you know this endless. I'm solidified and stamped. That's why I walk with a signet. Build
I went to
the ground up,
so like,
build it
what was
all
this
independent.
line?
Be like, man, that's fucked up. If it was y'all, I would've helped y'all.
All right, word.
They say I walk
Man, that's
around
fucked
like
up.
a
If it was y'all, I would've helped y'all.
Blameless, and if you ain't the same, I'm against it. Was born with the shit, the other half, I'm just gifted. 20 on me, wish a nigga would so I could spend it. Start from the branch, then I ain't at the soil. You got a peer on me, that'll leave your family tree for you. Can't catch you, then
This is the ISUPK coming out of 1 West 125th Street under Commander General Yohana. I'm Precinct Officer Makawar of 50 coming out of the hells of Delaware South. We came to teach the blacks, the so-called blacks, the so-called Native Americans, and the so-called Hispanics that we are the true 12 tribes of Israel. We are the true sons of Jacob. Tonight's law class, we're going to talk about the departure of us, the departure of Israel, and how our people departed from God's ways. And it's important to understand that God, the Most High, only has one way.
Exactly.
He only has one way, and that's the law. The law of the Bible. His laws, his statutes, his commandments is what he's standing on. Always. And for example, we had a guy back in 2011. His name was Harold Campbell. He was he's a Christian pastor. He was teaching that it's a prophecy coming that that the coming of Christ was May 20. I'm gonna say May 21st or something like that. And it was a lot of people. He got a lot of followers. He been doing this for some time, like teaching the Bible. And he had a lot of followers, right? Following, literally following his teaching, paying whatever he was telling them to pay. He was doing literally, they was doing literally any and everything they could do to show that this man was the truth. I mean, he had billboards everywhere, buses was promoting his prophecy. And it's crazy because the world will promote something like that. Exactly. But when you got brothers out there preaching the true word of Christ and teaching line upon line, precept upon precept, they looked at it like a bunch of niggas. Oh man, they don't know what they talking about, man. They taking the Bible out of context, and you know, they picking and choosing what they want to believe. And our reality is the Christians. If you look at it, it's the Christians. It's mankind picking and choosing what they want to believe and what they don't want to believe in. And we as a people, we shouldn't feed into it, because it's only that is for the other nations. We have a God. We have a foundation. We have a sound doctrine to stand on. Exactly. No other nation has a book that has prophecies and prophets that are alive, living through history, right? That are true to the name. They got made up mysterious guys that they made up in smoke and dance, mm-hmm. and hocus pocus. But we're gonna go into it. We're gonna go into the departure and how we lost our way. And we're gonna start off with Deuteronomy 28, verse 15.
This is Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Say that again, now.
Deuteronomy 28 and 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
Stop right there. He is literally breaking it down. What's going to happen to you if you don't do what he says? If you don't follow these commandments, these laws that he carefully poured out to us over and over and over again, and it's all throughout the Bible, and we're going to go through it. We're going to definitely go through it. But keep going.
God, that I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
It's going to overtake you. It's like, think about that. Think about that. He's going to curse you. Think of a curse as a punishment. Look at a curse like a punishment. So he's going to punish you. These punishments is going to overcome you and overtake you. Go on.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. Cursed shalt thou be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, and thy flocks of the sheep. Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out.
So, cursed shall thou be in the city. Cursed shall thou be in the field. When you read the scripture and you stop right there and you think about the people, think about the nation. This is a nation he's talking to. He's talking to a nation of people. He was talking to Israel at the time, the whole nation. He was talking to Moses, and these are the things he's telling Moses. He's telling Moses to tell these things to Israel.
Exactly.
And this is what's going to come upon that nation if they don't hearken to the law, statutes, and commandments of God. When you think about who's cursed in the city or who's cursed in the field, when you look at who's in the cities, who's in the slums, who's in our ghettos, it's our people. It's the so-called natives, the so-called blacks, and the so-called Hispanics that are constantly going through these curses. Cursed shall thou be. Read that again.
Con. You want curse to be in the city?
Cursed shall be in the body. The fruit of the body. The fruit of the body.
Con. This is Deuteronomy 28 and verse 18. Cursed shalt thou be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land.
The fruit of the body, the fruit of the land. Like, look at what they got Planned Parenthood. That is crazy, man.
Yep.
That is crazy. We are leading in the numbers. You got TikTok videos with young ladies out there proud to go in those doors to murder their child. They're proud of it.
Exactly.
They twerking right before and right after this event. They having a twerk session. And it's crazy because it's only our people. It's only our sisters. And we're supposed to look at that nasty whore like a sister. She gonna go get an abortion and wait till she's healed up and go and do that to the next dizzy nigga that's not paying attention to who he's laying and having babies with. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen, and that's what's been happening to us. Why? Because we don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Father.
Exactly.
We don't hearken to these words. So we are living through these curses like it's nothing, like it's normal. It's normal to be a 304. It's normal to go drill on my brother, exactly. Kill and hate on my brother.
Exactly.
It's normal to see the next man shining and want what he got and not even work for it. Don't work for it. I want to knock him off. I want to hate on him. I want to hate on him. I want to do whatever it takes to get him, to trick him out of his spot, man. We the only nation of people that carry it like that. But keep going.
Come on. Verse 19. Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out.
Tell me what place you could go and be a first-class citizen. I say this all the time. As a black so-called American, you're supposed to be a black, proud American, land of the free, home of the brave, land of equal opportunity. Where is it equal? Where are you equal at? Here, on the land that your ancestors slaved on. Exactly. Was whipped, robbed, and murdered out of everything, and now they are so-called giving you a chance and giving it back. It's crazy. Look at Deion Sanders. Look at the athletes that have to go. Look at what they gotta go through in order to get recognized as a good player. Look at LeBron James. LeBron James gotta make sure he is cooning at the highest capacity of all cooning. He'll go at Stephen A. Smith about his shenanigans, whatever he said about his son, but Kevin Gates was sitting front row, half naked with his shirt off. Like, what's up? Ready to press for action. Yeah. And LeBron James, I don't think he even looked over there. I wouldn't want to look over there either, but I'm not going to let you talk trash, and I'm going to press you the same way I'm going to press anybody else, especially if you're talking about my wife. You know what I mean? My son, talking about my son is one thing, but you talking about my rib, now we got a whole nother discussion going on. We got a whole nother situation. And LeBron James had no smoke for that. I mean, but hey, out. You know, it is what it is. But these are the ways that, as you can see, we constantly going through over and over again. In the Bible, I'm going to show you how we are lost. We are lost today just like we were lost back then. And we lost our ways because we see what the other nations do, and we want to do what the other nations do. We see the Muslims over there. We want to be Arab. We got all types of, all sets of Islam, 5%, 1%, 2%, black percent, blue percent. And you got brothers that are lost, trying to find a foundation, trying to find, you know, themselves, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. It's just that once you realize, oh, they were Arab, that should change your whole understanding and perspective on that right there. That should give you a way better understanding. Oh, that ain't for me, because I ain't Arab. I know I ain't Arab. It ain't pertaining to me. But I'm gonna show you how these other nations alter our ways. You know what I'm saying? They alter our ways of thinking. And despite the clear directive from the Most High, we were frequently drawn back towards the practices of the neighboring nations. Exactly. And that's what caused us to fall every time. We're gonna go into the book of Exodus. Exodus 31, verses 1 through 8. And I'm going to show you how, I'm going to give you an example of how we fell off and how we went to worship something other than what the Most High said to do. We doing things that we're not supposed to do. The Most High was going to punish us for it. And I'm going to give you an example of it.
Yeah, Exodus 31. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 31 and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, See, I have called by name Bezaleel, the son of Uri, the son of Hur, of the tribe of Judah. And I have filled him with the Spirit of God, in wisdom and in understanding, in knowledge, and in all manner of workmanship, to devise cunning words, to work in gold, and in silver, and in brass, and in cutting of stones, to set them in carving of timber.
Hold on, stop right there. As we read these scriptures, you see the Israelites were talented men.
Right.
They were men of, they were workers of the hands. They were very skilled workers with their hands. And when you think about the people that plowed the fields, that built these walls, that built this foundation here in America, you'll think about us. You'll think about our people. You'll think about every story you heard about how we worked day and night, night and day, bringing in check after check, building and doing this and doing that, just to prove ourselves to be a nation of people that hate us. They were born to hate us. They were sworn to hate us. They are confederate against us, the Bible says. But
that's a good point.
We got to understand where the line is drawn with our people and stand there and not try to choose. It's not about choosing sides. It's about being right and wrong being wrong. And I'm going to show you how we went wrong by choosing to stand sides with other nations. Keep going.
Verse 6. This is the end of 5. And in cutting of stones, to set them, and carving of timber, to work in all manner of workmanship. And I, behold, I have given with him a Holibah, the son of Ashimah, and the tribe of Dan. And in the hearts of all that are wise-hearted, I have put wisdom, that they may make all that I have commanded thee. The tabernacle of the congregation.
Salaga. That was Exodus 32?
It's like I'm on Exodus 31 still.
No. 32 verses 1 through 8. Salaga.
This is Exodus chapter 32 and verse 1. And when the people saw that Moses delayed to come down out of the mountain, the people gathered themselves together unto Aaron. And he said unto him, Up, make us gods, which shall go before us.
All right, stop right there. They were right there at you just read 31, and we was talking about how they were good with gold and welders and things of that nature.
Right.
Now they wanna make a god.
Mm-hmm.
They wanna make a god. And they talking to Aaron, they like, yo, Aaron, listen, this is what we want to do. Keep going.
And said unto Aaron, Up, make us gods, which shall go before us. For as for this Moses, the man that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we know not what has become of him.
So basically, they ain't want to do nothing. They ain't want to have nothing to do with Moses and what he was talking about. They didn't believe it. They like, listen, we don't want nothing to do with that. Make me the gods that we was making when we was once in Egypt. He brought us out of our comfort zone. He brought us out of our bondage. And evidently, we was loving bondage over any promises that Moses was saying coming from our Father, our God, our one and only true God. That's keep going.
Come. And Aaron said unto them, break off the golden earrings, which are in the ears of your wives, of your sons, and of your daughters, and bring them unto me. And all the people break off the golden earrings, which were in their ears, and brought them unto Aaron. And he received them at their hand, and fastened it with the graving tool, after he had made it a golden calf. And they said, these be thy gods, O Israel.
Hold on, right here, as you can see, the children of Israel were worshiping a calf. They took all the gold they could find. They stripped it down from man, woman, child, anything that had gold on it. The goldfish, if it was real gold on them fins and scales, they take it just to make this calf so they can worship it and pray to it like a god. Keep going.
Come. And Aaron saw it. He built an altar before it. Slakia. Verse 4. And he received them at their hand, and fastened it with the graving tool, after he had made it a golden calf. And they said, these be thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And when Aaron saw it, he built an altar before it. And Aaron made proclamation and said, tomorrow is a feast to the Lord. And they rose up early on the morrow and offered burnt offerings and brought peace offerings. And the people sat down to eat and to drink and rose up to play.
So you see right here, our people, our ancestors, we made a God.
Right.
We made a God. Not only did we make a God, we made a feast day for that God. We made a feast day for that God and offered up burnt offerings and everything for this false God. And we rose up and played. What does that sound like today? Easter, Christopher Columbus Day, you name you think of the American holy days that they celebrate out here. This is what it sounds like. This is exactly what it sounds like they were doing back then, just like we do today. Salaki. You got a question for me, young Timothy?
Sure. Did the man make the holiday, the feast, the day of feast? Or did
Yahushua makes the feast days, but here they asked Aaron to make we're gonna read it. We're gonna read it again. Go back to let's see, just so you can get a full understanding. Read verse 3 and verse 4.
Exodus 32 and verse 3. And all the people break off the golden earrings which were in their ears.
So right here you see all the people are gathering gold together. They're gathering gold together. They're getting all the gold together so they can do something. They're trying to do something with this gold. And we're about to read what they're doing. Keep going. And brought them to Aaron.
And brought them to Aaron. Verse 4. And he received them at their hand and fastened it with the graving tool.
So he fastened it. He fastened it together. So he's putting something together with this gold. Because as we read in Exodus 31, that these are men sharp with their hands. You know, they good with their hands. They can build and do pretty much anything. We were the original builders of this world.
Exactly.
We built this world. The world don't move unless we put hands on it for you. And Aaron was one of those that can put together images and things in that nature. And he knew what was going on in Egypt. So they knew who to go to in order for this to happen. They went to Aaron. Keep going.
And he received them at their hand and fashioned it with a graving tool after he had made it a golden calf.
So boom, right there, he made a calf. That's what he did with that gold. He made a calf. Keep going.
And they said, these be thy gods, O Israel.
These be the gods, O Israel. Is that the Most High? Is that calf the Most High?
Why is it being represented as such?
Speak up.
Why is it being represented as such?
Because if you was listening in the beginning, we read that they rather do what was being done in Egypt when they got taken out of Egypt. They rather do what was being done in Egypt than follow Moses. They wanted to do away with Moses' ways. Whatever Moses was talking about when he came off that mountain, they did not want no smoke with that. They ain't want nothing to do with that. They ain't had no trust in that. They ain't had no faith in that. But they had faith in Christianity. They had faith in Islam. They had faith in Catholicism. They had faith in Seventh-day Adventists because that's what was going on in Egypt. Just bringing that to today so you can see how that goes hand in hand. You understand what I'm saying? Salaki, you got a question?
And just to add on, our people was a very rebellious people. Like our people didn't want to follow, just like the other one was saying, our people didn't want to follow the rules. Our people didn't want to follow the Most High's ways or the traditions that the Most High laid out for us to do from the beginning of time. Like you can even see that in when the scripture says, that they rather follow after the wickedness of their own imaginations. Right.
And this is one of those wicked imaginations. This is one of them.
And if I could also add on, right? If you read earlier in the chapter, the people thought Moses was dead. So they went to Aaron and they told Aaron, make us gods. You know what I mean? Because they thought Moses was dead up on the side of the mountain. He was up there for 40 days and 40 nights. Right. It was like, yo, where the hell is he? You know what I mean? So they went inside and they begged to Aaron. They told Aaron, listen, we need some gods out here. And that's when Aaron folded to him. You know what I mean? Just like your Christian preacher today, he's going to fall to the ears of the people. They're going to complain. They're going to murmur. You know what I mean? And that's why he said, listen, give me all the gold inside your ears and he make us a golden calf. And they were like, this is the golden calf that led us out of Egypt. This is the Lord that led us out of Egypt. So go ahead.
So do we still celebrate those holidays?
Of course not, Timothy, because those are not the ways of the Most High. And this is the reason why you need to understand the Most High has ways. He has his high holy days. He has his feast days. It's explained in Leviticus 23rd chapter. Right. You read that chapter, you will see all the high holy days and all the feast days. And the commandments, even in the 10 commandments, one of the commandments is not to make a graven image of any kind. You know what I'm saying? Not to worship no God before thee. That's another commandment. And they are worshiping the calf. They went and took the gold, melted it together, and made a calf and started and called it a god. You understand that? Like the Most High is not a calf, a golden calf. He did not tell you to go and pray to a golden calf. You see how these crazy these crazy rambunctious Christians is running around with these crosses on their neck and bowing down to praying to a cross, a beat up naked Jesus. You see it? You see that? That's the same worship of these people. That's what we did. What they did back then is what we do. We was trying to find a way out. We are used to being suppressed in a way that we gotta worship another God that is not of our own. It's foreign to us to hear the law, statutes, and commandments are for us. But if I was to tell you that Christ said you can eat pork, it sound familiar because you heard Pastor Porkchop say there's nothing unclean. It's not what goes in the mouth that's unclean, it's what comes out. No, that don't have nothing to do with eating abominable foods. But right here, we're teaching you about how we departed from the Most High and what took us from the Most High. And these are one of the things that took us from the Most High. Worshiping other gods, melting down gold to make a calf. And if we're gonna read through some scriptures. We're gonna read this scripture, and I'm gonna show you. You're gonna see how that's not pleasing to the Father. You have something out?
It's like it too. Just one more thing to add. He asked, do we still do these things today? The people who don't follow the Most High's ways today, yes, they still do worship idols. Yes, they still do follow false gods. Like, you ever see people getting them stones and they believe like it gives them some kind of power? You ever see that? Yeah, so that's idol worship. It's the same thing. People believe that doing certain things other than worshiping the true living God of Israel is giving them power. When, if you know the scriptures, you know the only true power comes from the Most High God. So the question is, they still do these things today. So I get it.
Read verse 7 and verse 8 for me, if you don't mind.
This is Exodus chapter 32 and verse 7. And the Lord said unto Moses, Go, get thee down, for thy people, which thou broughtest out of the land of Egypt, have corrupted themselves.
Look, they have corrupted themselves. How did they corrupt themselves? They corrupted themselves by worshiping this calf, this golden calf. Just like Officer Lockerop just brought out. We do that today with these little stones,
right?
You know, worshiping stones, thinking to give you powers or do something for your chakras or whatever the case may be. They dipping into. It's crazy. Then you got some Christians that believe they need a cross everywhere they go. They gotta have a cross over the top of their bed. They gotta have a cross in the kitchen. They gotta wear a cross on their neck. You know, because that's the only way they can stay blessed up. Hocus pocus, man. A whole bunch of hocus pocus. But keep going.
Verse 8. They have turned aside quickly out of the way which I commanded them. They have made them a molten calf, and have worshipped it, and have sacrificed thereunto, and said, These be thy gods, O Israel.
Look, see? They worshipped it. And God took offense to that. He took offense to that, man. He ain't playing around. You can't do nothing outside of what he commanded you. We just read, if you don't hearken to the words, to these commandments and these statutes, what he commanded in Deuteronomy 28:15, that these curses shall come upon you and overtake you, man. And these are one of the curses, man. These are one of the curses because we want to go and idol worship and step away from the Most High and turn aside from the Most High. He got something for you. He got something for you. Once you turn that side, he's just waiting for it. He got something for you. Keep going.
Which I brought thee out of the land of Egypt. Verse 9. And the Lord said unto Moses, I have seen this people, And behold, it is a stiff-necked people.
Look, stiff-necked people, hard-headed people, rebellious people. That is us. We rather do any and everything the Most High said, not what he said not to do. We'll rather do that than to do what he said to do. We look at his work, it's too hard, can't nobody be perfect, can't nobody keep the law, the laws are done away, like what? They'll find any excuse to eat a pork chop sandwich. They'll find any excuse they can find under the rock to sleep with that Asian. They'll find anything they can find to include all the nations so they can stay with that white guy. They like them snow bunnies. And it's hard for them to let go. And this is why, man. This is why. Because we are a cursed nation if we don't follow what the Most High said. But we're gonna keep going. We're gonna go to First Samuel 8 and 5. And this is going into how not only did we want to worship other nations and all of that, how we wanted other kings and other nations. We wanted to rule and worship like other nations. Exactly. Not only did we want to worship gods like other nations, we wanted to rule like other nations. We wanted to do what the other nations was doing. Second class to what the Most High gave to us. What he gave us, the rules and regulations and the status he gave us is first class. We wanted to be second class. We took that and said, nah. I want to do what they doing over there. I like that over there. I like that over there. I like that they over. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, they mixing a little different over there. I gotta do that. We chose that over there instead of this. Structure, foundation, something solid to stand on, something solid to build on, which is the law, statutes, and commandments of our Father, the Creator of the universe. Read that for me out.
This is 1 Samuel 8 and 5. And said unto him, Behold, thou art old, and thy son walk not in thy ways. Now make us a king to judge us like all the nations.
Hold on, read that again.
And said unto him,
pick your voice up a little bit more, just a little bit.
And said unto him, Behold, thou art old, and thy son walk not in thy ways. Now make us a king to judge us like all the nations.
All right, so these are the elders basically speaking to Samuel, and this is what they asking of Samuel. This is what they asking of him. They asking him to find them a judge that could judge them like all nations. Keep going. Verse 6.
Verse 6. But the thing displeased Samuel when they said, Give us a king to judge us. And Samuel prayed unto the Lord. Verse 7. And the Lord said unto Samuel, Hearken unto the voice of thy people, and all that they say unto thee. For they have not rejected thee, but they have rejected me.
Look, they didn't reject Samuel. They rejected the Most High.
Exactly.
They didn't reject their brother. They thought they was throwing shade on their brother. They thought they was doing something. They wasn't doing nothing because the Most High was giving them favor. The Most High was trying to show them favor, and they rejected that favor. They rejected that favor. The Most High was trying to save them and give them protection. They rejected that protection. They wanted the other nations. They wanted to be like the other nations. They would rather be ruled like we were ruled in Egypt. We were ruled by the other nations. The Egyptians ruled over us. And we always talk about, we was in Egypt, slavery for 400 years. How do you know about that and then don't put that 2 and 2 together with that in us? It just don't make no sense. But keep going. Oh, you had something?
And what you bring out is heavy. Because then also just how we go, and you could talk to somebody on the street, you know what I mean? You talk to your family, your friends, you know what I mean? We talk to random brothers and sisters. They're not rejecting you, but they're rejecting the Most High. So that's still happening even today. You know what I mean? So like, I'm not going to take it personal. I just know that it's our job as watchmen to warn the other people, to warn our brothers and sisters of their sin and what they're doing.
And you want to know something? That's why it's easier for me to humbly get this word out, even when they don't like it. Even when they don't like it, because I know whatever they reject, they're not rejecting me.
Right.
You know, because I didn't make these words up. I didn't come up with this. I couldn't have. I couldn't. Even on the Most High's worst day, a man can't be better than him. So, but that is enough for me to want to get some type of wisdom and understanding. It's enough for me to want to do some type of follow or seek out what is actually being said by the Most High and what he expects from me. Because I wanna please him. My job is to serve the Lord that made me.
Exactly.
So you had something, Mark?
Yeah, kind of. It's like it. Just to add to what y'all saying, like how I was saying, they not rejecting us, they rejecting the Most High. When you go to Ezekiel 3:18, it says, "When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall surely die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. Yet, if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall surely die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul." So people think they denying us or hurting us when we tell them the truth, and they don't hearken, but they only hurting themselves because we saved our own souls by telling them the truth.
Absolutely, man. And that's 3 verse 7 one more time.
Look. 1 Samuel 8.
One kind. This is 1 Samuel 8 and 7. And the Lord said unto Samuel, hearken unto the voice of the people and all that they say unto thee. For they have not rejected thee, but that they have rejected me, that I should not reign over them.
So right here in the scriptures, it says that you basically not rejecting Samuel, you're rejecting the Most High. Right. You're rejecting what is going to stand in the Most High's eyes as righteous. Samuel was going to judge them righteously, and they said, "Nah, man, I don't want this guy here, man. Nah, man, find us an Ethiopian, find us an Asian, find us
Donald Trump.
Yeah, find us Donald Trump, find us Bill Gates. One of them. Give me. It's crazy, and this is us today. This is us today, over and over again, over and over again. We are doing not according to the Bible, not according to the Father. We're not following the word. We're not following the word. We're going against the grain. And if we are supposed to move, somebody asked me the other day, So what is my mission with how I'm giving these? I'm saying the Bible is saying this and the Bible is saying that. What is my whole purpose? What is my mission? My mission is to get my people to understand that the only way out of here is by following this word. I can't be an individual like, you know, we are Israelites as a nation, as a whole, as a team. So it's one body, one sound, one drum, one heartbeat. Like, you know, we moving. We got to move together. They didn't come and look for who's good and who's bad. They took all of us. They said, give me them. And that's what happened. They didn't fish out who's all right. Well, they was over there chilling, man. They ain't had nothing to do with nothing. They was out the way, you know. They ain't really. We ain't gonna bother them. We gonna get the ones that was rebelling and wanted to keep the laws and wanted to do. No, they said all of them. Why? Because these are the curses that should come upon you and overtake you if you don't hearken to what the Most High said. And how did we not follow God? By worshiping other gods, having kings over us. And we're going to break it down. We're going to go through it line upon line. We're going to go through these lines and see how not only did they do this back then, we are doing this today. And it hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. And once we change, once we decide to really want to change, we're not going to see no change. We're going to keep going through the wilderness. I look at America now that I know a little of what I know. I look at America like the wilderness. We're going through the wilderness around and 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 around, because we want to do opposite of what the Father said. And that's what's causing us hell. It's causing us hell over and over and over again. Could you give me Judges 2, verse 17? Because these consequences is strict. Strict. The consequences for not following and obeying the Most High God is strict. He's straight to the point with it. Yo, you do this, this is what's going to happen to you. You do that, I got something else for you. I got this for you. This is what I got for you. And we're going to go through these laws. We're going to go through these scriptures. And we're going to see how the Israelites, because over and over and over again, you're going to see it's about the Israelites. God, the Most High, the Father, highlighted the Israelites, singled out the whole. Yeah, I don't care about them. I don't care about them. But the Israelites over there, right there, yeah, nah, man, they got this going on. They got this to follow. And if they ain't following this, then we got issues. We got problems. And the other nations was looking for us to fall. They was looking for any way they can find for us to fall. You got that for me?
Oh, he said 2 and 17, right?
Come.
This is the book of Judges, chapter 2, verse 17. And yet they would not hearken unto their judges, but they went a whoring after other gods, and bowed themselves unto them. They turned quickly out of the way which their fathers walked in, obeying the commandments of the Lord, but they did not so.
So they are the Israelites. We didn't hearken to our judges, our overseers, the ones that had the wisdom and understanding of the Father and the fathers before us.
Right.
But we went a whoring to other gods. We wanted to go into TD Jakes and we wanted to listen to Creflo. We wanted to listen to what's his name? What's the other one boy? Bald head, boy, the mustache. DJ, right? That's him. Gino Jennings. Yeah, man, they love that Gino boy. They love them some Gino, man. They love that guy. They cannot miss a episode of that guy, man.
Right.
And it's crazy. It's crazy because he'll walk and talk and preach, but won't point to you nowhere in the Bible where it says that all nations shall be saved. And he preaches that Jesus, that Christ is God. He teaches that. He preaches that he is God in the flesh. He teaches that. And that's wild. That's crazy to me. You have something up?
Yeah, so you was going to read down to 20 in this chapter?
Come on.
All right, never mind that. Because I was just going to say some good, just to add into what you bringing out, because it's heavy. But 19 and 20, it kind of encompasses what you're saying.
No, yeah, sure. And that's why we bringing this out, because I want our people to know that, yo, it ain't like the Bible ain't like what Pastor Porkchop said.
Right.
You know, like he is not the Father is not for all nations. All nations are not going through these struggles and pains that you go through on a day-to-day basis.
That's right.
All these struggles and pains are written as curses. These are punishments. When you are wondering why is it that when I turn on the news, I see my brothers and my sisters being slaughtered? It's like it's a slaughterhouse out there. You got a holiday coming up, Memorial Day or something like that coming up. You'll watch the news the day after, and they'll say 92 people got shot at a block party. Like, God damn, like how many people? And none of them was the target. None of them was the main target. They was just out there at the wrong time and, trying to have a good time, trying to, take some ease off of the pain of being in captivity and slaving, take their mind off of slavery. Exactly. It's crazy because that's the only thing that's on our mind nowadays is when we got to go back to work and how many bills I got backed up.
That's right.
So I can catch up. I need to play catch up with these bills so I don't mess up my situation. Not, dang. What High Holy Day is coming up? What did I pray today? Did I pray today? Did I thank the Most High today for just waking me up? Some people don't even do that. They'll say, "Oh, God knows my heart. He knows my heart. I have a personal relationship with God." But that's not the case. That's not the case, man. That's not the case. And we're going to read in the Bible what he wants, what he expects from us as a people. Keep going up.
The book of Judges, chapter 2, verse 18. And when the Lord raised them up, judges, then the Lord was with the judge and delivered them out of the hand of their enemies all the days of the judge. For it repented the Lord because of their groanings. Because of their groanings by reason of them that oppressed them and vexed them. And it came to pass, when the judge was dead, that they returned and corrupted themselves more than their fathers.
Now look, right here, right? We was doing what the Most High said. And when we did what the Most High said, what did he do? He saved us out of the hands of our enemies all the days of the judges. So all the days we was following behind the judge and following these laws, statutes, and commandments, the Most High was pleased with us. But the minute we wasn't following what the judge said, it's like the minute we don't have a physical example of what to do when it comes to the Father, we go right back to these false gods and these just all types of wickedness, man. We fall right back into the hands of our enemies. After he take us out of our enemies and put us in the land of milk and honey, we want to go right back into bondage.
Nah, because what you bringing out is extremely heavy. You know what I mean?
No,
this is why the Most High compares us to sheep, and we need a shepherd. Because as soon as the judge died, it says we went right back into we went right back into serving the other nations. And it says we did it worse than our fathers. As soon as the judge died, we snapped right back into who we used to be.
You want to know something? This remind me of when a brother goes to jail, right? And he say, "Yeah, man, I can't wait till I get home because I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Man, I'm gonna change my life, man. I ain't doing nothing no more, man. I'm gonna stay out the way. I'm gonna be good, do good. I ain't never coming back to jail." Soon as they touch their foot on the outside bricks, that boy back to selling them things, moving them things. Oh, where she at? Oh, wait, hey, let me get it. Right back in the same predicament. Couldn't wait to get out there. He ain't give it a day. He ain't give it a second. He right back to his wickedness. Right back to his wickedness. And with that right there, you never know. The Most High might just take your life all the way. Just like we ain't gonna send you to jail. You know what I'm saying? I feel like jail is an opportunity to really like, if you are out there committing crime, because it is some brothers that don't care, and they say crime is the life. But if you out there and you get caught and you go to jail and you could do all this time, and the Most High somehow blessed you and give you a way out, because that's what he said he do. He gives you a way out, and you did all this hooping and hollering and praying. And as soon as you get out there, you use that opportunity to go right back into your same old ways. That's the same thing we do now and today. So don't ask your brother, why do you go to jail and come out and go to jail? Come out. Ask yourself the same question. Why do you go in those Christian churches and come out, go in and come out, and don't change? Don't change nothing. Don't fix nothing. All you do is you will find a new church song or a new way to add what you call it, hip hop Christians. When you'll take a song from today and remix it and make it a Christian song and try to, like, that's so crazy, man. It's so crazy. But this is how we move. We are confused because we don't want to stand on our foundation. The foundation we have to stand on is the Bible. We don't have to look high and low. It's right there in your face. Everybody in America got a Bible in their house somewhere. You could download it on your phone. You got a smartphone. You can download this information on your phone, man, and get right. This is the medicine right here. This is the healing that you need right here from all these things that come on us as an illness and a sickness. And it becomes our day-to-day living. It's like we're more comfortable being sick than healing. And that's what's mind-blowing. When I'm young and I step back and I look at like how things was going coming up. Like I can tell you, man, I couldn't count on one hand how many LGBTQs I known or seen around, because they was tucked away in a closet, or it just didn't. My family curved that, man. They didn't have me around all that, man. And I was in the hood. I was around, and I mean, I seen the little, transmorphidites and the bulldaggers and stuff like that, but I didn't pay it no mind because I was like, oh well, I seen that on Set It Off. She wanna be like Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah played a character that looked just like that, wearing the dickies, sagging it, got the hat cocked to the side, looking like a whole pit bull out there, hair cut, got a little beard. I'm like, yo, wow. And she got breasts. But that's their lifestyle. I never paid it no mind. Until they blew it up and made it a whole thing. Like, you're born like this, and you know, you can't be judging these people or taking it like this. I'm like, huh? What? Hold on. This is crazy. But yet, the answers are in the Bible, man. The answers are in the Bible. We go against our own righteous way of living, just to live like trash, like beasts. But where you stopping at, Doc?
19.
19? Keep going.
Well, yeah. And following other gods to serve them and to bow down unto them, they cease not from their own doings, nor from their stubborn way.
So, keep going.
And the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel. And he said, because that this people have transgressed my covenant, which I commanded their fathers, and have not hearkened unto my voice, I also will not henceforth drive out any from before them of the nations which Joshua left when he died, that through them I may prove Israel, whether they will keep the way of the Lord to walk therein as their fathers did. Keep it or not.
Or not. Keep it or not. Keep it or die. Keep it or suffer. Keep it or go through these curses that are placed upon you this day. These nations were here to prove to us what not to do. Yo, hold on. You see that right there? We ain't going to do that, because that is not the ways of our fathers. That is not the ways of Joshua. That is not the ways that Joshua left us when he died. So we're not going to do that. We're going to do what Joshua was. We're going to worship the God, the Father, the Most High that Joshua was following. That's our mission. We said, no, we're not going to. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do what Joshua said. We're going to do what we want to do, and whatever we feel like we want to do, and that's where we went left, basically. Keep going.
Therefore, the Lord left those nations without driving them out hastily, neither delivered he them into the hand of Joshua. Now these are the nations which the Lord left to prove Israel by them, even as many of Israel as had not known of the wars of Canaan.
So now you basically about to see the nations that ruled over us, that came over us, that overpowered us, because we wanted to serve and worship other gods and not follow the ways of our forefathers. Keep going.
Only that the generations of the children of Israel might know, to teach them war, at the least, such as before knew nothing thereof.
So we didn't know nothing about this, man. We was chill people. We fell back. We was laid back, fall back, chill people. We ain't get into all that. But because we wanted to follow behind people or follow behind nations not of our people, this is what happens.
Namely, 5 lords of the Philistines, and all the Canaanites, and the Sidonians, and the Hivites that dwelt in Mount Lebanon, from Mount Baal Hermon unto the entering in of Hamath.
So these are the African nations. Y'all want to be African so bad. You wouldn't, African Americans. Well, here you go, African Americans. Here's your Africans that ruled over your ancestors.
Exactly.
And it was 5 of them. It was 5 lords over your ancestors, oppressing them and doing all kinds of strange things to them, man. All because we don't want to follow the Most High. We don't want to follow the law. We don't want to do what the law says. And it's easy. It's not hard. The laws of the Father is not grievous. These are not grievous laws. These are not grievous laws. But because the prophets warned us, man, they warned us of these things over and over again. What's going to happen if we don't do what the Father says? Get for me Jeremiah 2, verse 13. Because we got to see what, like, over and over again in the Bible, what the Most High is talking about here.
What's the verse you called?
Jeremiah 2 and 13.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2 and verse 13. For my people have committed 2 evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewed them out cisterns.
Oh, Salaki. Start at verse 11.
Come on, verse 11. Have a nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods? But my people have changed their glory for that which doth not profit.
Look, we changed our glory. We changed our glory for that which doeth not profit.
Right.
We traded in the best thing we had, which is the glory of God, right. being princes of the power, to be a citizen, a second-class citizen to these nations, to be an Arab, to be an African, to be a Christian. We traded in our glory for things that do not profit us.
Right.
These things do not profit us. But to be an Israelite and to follow the law, statutes, and commandments, that's what profit us. We profit from that.
Exactly.
Keep going.
Comment. Verse 12. Be astonished, O ye heavens, at this, and be horribly afraid. Be ye very desolate, said the Lord. For my people have committed 2 evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewn them out cisterns, broken cisterns, that can hold no water.
Go ahead.
Is Israel a homeborn? Is Israel a slave? Is he a homeborn slave? I messed that all right. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled?
Salaki, why is he spoiled? Why is he going through slavery? Or why would you get a punishment? Go through what you went through and then do it again.
Right.
Why would you see your brother get punished for breaking your father's commandment, for not coming in on time, and you want to try the same thing too? You said, okay, Dad said 8:30. I seen bro get in trouble. He came in at 9:30. All right, let me see if I come in at 8:35. Let me see if he's going to be mad at that. Yeah, he's going to be mad at that. The father is going to be mad. He's going to be upset. And this is the question that was asked. Like, is Israel a servant? are we a servant? Are we just made to serve? Are we put here on this planet just to be Amazon workers working at McDonald's 24-hour McDonald's running 24-hour shifts? Are we made just to serve these other nations and slave for these other nations? Like, what's going on with us? Why are we so spoiled? Like, what's happening? Keep going.
John. Verse 15. The young lions roared upon him and yelled, and they made his land waste. His cities are burned without inhabitant. Also the children of Nuh and Tahapines have...
Salaki, that was it. I needed right there on that. But we have no land. We have nowhere to call home of our own. Like ET phone home is us. That's us. We're trying to phone home. Every time you see a young black man out there struggling to find himself in this world, he's trying to phone home. Every time you see a young black man, a young Native American, a young Hispanic man go to college and join a sorority, he's trying to phone home. He's trying to find his way. And that's a wild way he's about to go down. I ain't even gonna hold you. But he's trying to find some type of leadership. He's trying to find some type of foundation to stand on. And that's one of those gods, one of those things that's outside of the ways of the Most High, that the Most High is not pleased with. And we'll rather do that. Well, that sit comfortable with us because it's outside, it's flesh. It's not spirit.
Right.
It's not spirit. That's why it sits so comfortable. It sits so familiar. You unfamiliar with what's good for the spirit. You got to come and learn what's good for the spirit. What's good for you to live, not physically, but spiritually. Spiritually, you want to live and not die. And that, I don't know if the Christians think that once you break a commandment or once you sin, God is going to immediately punish you for that. But that's not how it works. Can somebody get the scripture where it says that it's not expedient? My God. Because the Most High don't work that way. He don't work that way. He's gonna get you when you least expect it. Pull it out for me out.
Okay. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8, verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
Mm-hmm.
Though a sinner do evil 100 times and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear God.
Mm-hmm. And look,
which
Salaki, my bad. It right there, you see the sinner, he gonna sin all day. He gonna sin 100 times a day. Hey, ain't nothing happening to me, man. Look. I can do this. I can do this all day. And he good with that. He good with that. But to the ones that know the truth, they gonna look at that and say, hey, that's a no-go right there. That's a no-go right there, man. And you know what? I'm glad I know the difference between living righteously and living unrighteously.
Right.
And the only way you're gonna find that out is by coming into this truth, coming into this school, getting under brothers that understand the law.
That's right.
And getting this true wisdom, getting these true breakdowns and understanding on what God said that's pertaining to you.
That's right.
Because that's what's important. Keep going.
Okay. Which fear before him.
Mm-hmm.
But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolonged his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before God. There is a vanity which is done upon the earth, that there be just men, unto whom it happeneth according to the work of the wicked. Again, there be wicked men to whom it happeneth according to the work of the righteous. I said that this also is vanity. Then I commended mirth, because a man had no better thing under the sun than to eat and to drink and to be married.
Like these are the things that makes a man happy.
Right.
These are the things that bring a man cheering in the heart.
That's right. It's like
Give me 2 Kings 17, verse 15.
17 and 15.
Come. Because we turned away from God's guidance, man. Just simple and plain. We turned away from God's guidance and picked up the world's guidance. We picked up the Constitution of America and looked at that like it was the guidance of life, the guidance of the soul, the guidance to heaven.
Exactly.
And it's not. It's not. It's not. It's leading you in a circle. It's leading you in a circle. It's leading you to your destruction. And we don't understand the difference between living for the Lord, the Father, and living for the forefathers of America. Because they pump this Christianity as if that's the true word of God. You go into these churches and they'll say they speaking the truth and they know the truth and come in every Sunday and give you 10%. But that's not the truth.
Right.
That's not the truth. That's not how God told you to honor him and worship him. But you got that for me out?
This is 2 Kings 17 and 15. And they reject his statuses and his covenant that he made with their fathers and his testimonies which he testified against them. And they followed vanity and became vain and went after the heathen that were round about them, concerning whom the Lord had charged them that they should not do like them.
So, verse 15, and they rejected his statutes and his covenant that he made with their fathers. So the day is us. The day is the blacks, the so-called Native Americans and the so-called Hispanics today. We are the day. We rejected the covenant of the Father. We rejected the Father's contract and picked up the Constitution of America.
Right.
We picked up the Quran. We picked up the Bible and said, I am a follower of Christ, so yes, I am a Christian, like Pastor Porkchop said. When that's wrong. That's wrong. That's totally false. Because nowhere in the Bible does it says, follow the ways of the other nations. And his testimonies, which he testified against them, they followed vanity and became vain and went after the heathens that were round about them.
Right.
That's us today. I don't want to be an Israelite. I'm not an Israelite. I'm a Christian. I'm not an Israelite. I'm a Muslim. I'm not an Israelite. I'm an African American. I'm not an Israelite. I'm Star, I don't know, Gazer, I don't know what they be calling these 69 gods nowadays, man. They be going way out the chakras. Then they got the little Indian bulls rolling it around and making this little. I'm like, come on, man. Like, yo, just pick one. Like for real, man. Like you had the rocks, the little chakra bowl, the little triangle pyramid. I'm like, yo, boy, what are you into, my man? What are you seancing here? It be sounding like the Chucky when he was trying to get into the other body. I'm some Bimbala. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? You got something about?
Yeah, kind. Because I mean, because you dropping heat tonight. You know what I mean? Because why you laughing? You was laughing.
That was a good point. That's a good point.
Oh, all right. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because the way the Christian mindset is to love everything and to love everybody.
Right.
So this is why they're into all religions. This is why they can't just pick one. They gotta dabble in everything. You know what I mean? And that's just how sin works. You think you just want to start smoking weed and that's gonna be the end of it. But you're not. You're gonna smoke weed, then you're gonna do coke, then you're gonna upgrade to heroin, then you're gonna be an addict, then you're gonna be strung out on the street somewhere. You know what I mean? We be looking, you be
bugged out of your mind.
Yeah, you got the cup shaking it, banging, you know what I mean? I want some coins and shit. That is the future of every drug addict. You know what I mean? It's in prison.
Simple and plain. They got fentanyl in everything that they call a drug. If it's out there being sold on the street, just know Fetty is in there somewhere. You're getting Fetty-fied. You're gonna get Fetty-whopped some way, somehow. And the next thing you know, you're gonna be slumped over. Why? Because you want to do what the heathens do, like the Bible just brought out. Like we just brought out in the scriptures. We don't want to follow the commandments. We don't want to keep the covenant. We don't want to keep the contract. We don't want to stick to the script. We want to go and make a script with the heathens. We want to go make a contract with the heathens. We want to go dance with the devil with 2 left feet. And that's one of these old school raps I used to hear over and over again back in the day. But yeah, man, this is what's happening, man. And this is happening to us. This is us today. What's happening right here in the Bible thousands of years ago is happening today. And this is an example for us. This was put here to be an example for us. Like sometimes I wonder who the heathens are to the Christians. They'll say, well, the heathens are the non-believers. They are the sinners. No, they are not the sinners. They are not the sinners. The heathens are the other nations. The heathens are anybody and everybody that is not of Jacob. Like a Christian. A Christian is a heathen, man. A Christian is a heathen. They are savages. Like they follow the ways of Christopher Columbus. You might as well don't call yourself Christians. Call yourselves Christopher Columbians. Call that. That's what you is. Because you're not following the ways of the Most High. You following the ways of Christopher Columbus. You following the ways of Caesar Borgia and his family. Those are heathens. Those are other nations. Those are the other people round about that are outside of the forefathers of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Right.
Those are the fathers you need to be following. Those are the fathers you need to be hearkening to and reminding you of every day what God is or what God said. But because we don't, this is what's happening to us. Read verse 16.
Okay. And they left all the commandments of the Lord their God.
They left all the commandments, not just some. They didn't pick and choose. I'm gonna do this and do that. They left all of them. You can't say I'm gonna do a little bit and the rest of them I'm gonna do away. You left all of them. Keep going.
And made them molten images, even 2 cows.
2 of them, not 1, 2.
And made a grove, and worship all the hosts of heaven, and served Baal.
Look, we are serving another false god. We are serving something that is not the Most High. It has nothing to do with the Most High. And we are about to do what we did in Egypt, what we did coming out of Egypt. We did this over and over and over and over and over again. And we are yet doing it today. Right? We are doing it today. Today, if you go up inside of a Christian church, you're going to see it. You're going to see it. They're worshiping a cross. They are disrespecting the Most High by these false teachings that they be putting out.
Right.
Jesus loves everybody. God came to save everybody. This hocus pocus, all togetherness. One for all and all for one. We are not all for one and one for all. That is not the case here. That is not the case here. That's right. And then there's Baal. Ain't that's the baby? When they was taking the babies and sacrificing the babies.
It's a Baal. No, it's Molech.
All right, I just had to make sure because
but Slovakia, all like child sacrifice was pretty much prevalent in a lot of different cultures, but the main one is Molech.
Molech, right? And it's crazy how we practice that today. You'll sit down and talk to a young lady about abortion, right? And she'll tell you, well, I didn't want to bring a child in this world because I wasn't sure if that man was going to be a father to that child. Damn. And I'm like, well, what was you thinking about when he was pouncing you around and banging you all up and down and around the room, man? Like, yo, that is crazy, man. Like, what was you thinking when he had you in that back seat? What was you thinking? Was you thinking about how this could play out? Is he going to be a good father? Is he going to be is he going to become a carpenter? I know he's a drug dealer, but if I get pregnant today, is he going to change his ways for me? No. Hell no. Hell no, man. Hell, like, what are you thinking about? But, hey, now, I mean, it's like, I heard, and this is no joke, man. This is real. This is so crazy. Nah, man, listen, I'm serious. I'm about to say something crazy. But listen, I know a shorty. I know a shorty out there right now, man. She got about good, I want to say 15 abortions. Damn. To date. And I'm talking about she was having abortions. Young, I'm talking about like to a point where I wonder if she can have kids. At this point, I'm like, yo, who is doing that? Who? How? Where? And this is not the same individuals. I'm talking about different men. This is why she was getting these abortions. Because she's living a lifestyle, right? A 304 lifestyle. She's proud of that drag on lifestyle. She's proud of that. Right. And yeah, every now and again, she's making a phone call to get this abortion money up. She's making a phone call to get this abortion money up, man, and she's proud of it. She will tell you loud and proud, yeah, I had 15 abortions. That's crazy. I ain't got no kids, though. I ain't running around here with no headaches. I'm baby free. I'm da. shorty. Like you walking around with 15 deaths, right? 15 bodies. Like toe tagged them. You tagged them and bagged them, and you know the dates. You a cold sniper for the other nations.
Right.
They are happy. They are pleased with that. They love those numbers. You are bringing up the statistics. It's like, damn, you should feel. I mean, I would be ashamed. I don't want nobody to know that. You know what I mean? I don't even know how they can get that wrapped around their head that that's cool.
Right.
Like you had 15 different sperm, man. I was about to say something crazy again, but yo, you got 15 different men in you, man. And the DNA is there. And ain't nothing you can do about it. Salaki. You got something?
Yeah, Slovakia, and that's heavy too, because there's a recent study that came up that was basically to show how women are meant to have multiple partners, because the DNA of a man actually stays in a woman for a prolonged time of a period after he does what he does. But
hey, it's amazing how the Most High made a man and he made a woman.
Right.
He made us to basically download our information to your hard drive, woman. We give you our information to your database, right? We giving you our information. That's why you move. Like now I understand why you get a female and she got all these strange attributes of a man. And you're like, damn, where the hell? Why are you sound so familiar? And now I know why. It's because you got multiple scattered DNAs in you, man. You got Tyrone in you, you got a little bit of Reese in you, you got a little bit of Russell in you, you got a little bit of Mark in you. So you carrying it and you don't know which one to be today. So you know, just get the glitching. Yeah, so
I think you covered it.
Oh, all right. But yeah, man, it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy how we fall off, man. Even the brothers, even the brothers, man. Like,
no, because you know what I mean. When you come across a sister who has done like that many abortions, like she's full of demons. You know what I mean? Like the demons of like the death of her children, and being played and rejected by the men that she slept with. So her mind is like borderline crazy, if not already
thrown off. And I was about to get into that. Like the brother, like we skip past all the warnings, man. We have them right there. We be like, hey, she crazy. Man, you know what? I'm gonna give her a spank. I'm gonna get her right. Maybe I can get her right. Maybe I can line her up. Maybe, just maybe, I could be that guy, you know, to save her. Dun, da, 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 here comes Superman. Spider-Man, here he come. And look, now you in her trap, man. She sends you right in her trap, man. Now you in the nut house. Now you out there losing your mind and crashing out over some broad that's just marking you up as another number, man.
Right.
As another number. And we just say, you know what? Hey, maybe not me. She did dumb brothers like that. She ain't gonna be like that. She ain't gonna look at me like that because I'm good to her. I'm kind to her. I take her out, I walk in the park with her and hold hands. I lay my jacket down over the puddles so she can walk sober. You roll out the red carpet for sure. In the minute, the day, the second is not going her way. The minute you say no, the minute you say I ain't got it today, baby, and she show you that demon, she show you those demons that she been hiding in her back pocket, It's over then, man. She got you. She got you. She got you. You going to war with your mama. You going to war with your dad, your brothers and sisters, all over this shorty. You know what I'm saying? You cutting your friends off, all that, and she got you. And that's crazy, man. And it's all because we don't know where our strength lies, man. We don't know to not give our strength to a strange woman, to a wicked woman. Not to do that. Nah, man, nah. She wicked from the rip. I ain't even, hold on, I gotta see what she about. Oh, you say you had how many abortions? 15? Hey, I'll be right back. I'm about to go to the store. I'm gonna go. You thirsty? You hungry? You want something to eat? I'll be right back. And never come back. Never come back. Don't go back. Run. As soon as you get out the door and you get a nice distance, get the going. Don't ever look back, man, because that's a trap, man. That's a nice, pretty trap. But read verse 17 for me, y'all. 2 Samuel 17:17.
And they caused their sons and their daughters to pass through the fire and use divination and enchantments and sold themselves to do evil in the sight of the Lord to provoke him to anger.
So that's basically all we doing is provoking the Most High to anger.
Right.
He's not going to be pleased with our behavior. He's not pleased with us choosing to do what the heathens do over what he said.
That's right.
And this is why we are cursed. This is why we are a scattered abroad nation. The scriptures say that the Most High scattered us abroad amongst all nations. Hold on, we gonna get that. That's in Deuteronomy 28. Read Deuteronomy 28 and 64.
So like you said, 28 and 64?
Come.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Even wood and stone. So the wood will represent the cross, and that stone will represent the cobblestone. And we were scattered among all nations, among all people on the face of the earth, from one end to the other. And he said, and there we shall serve other gods. This is us today. This is us today. Keep going. Verse 65.
Come. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind.
Who has a trembling heart today? What nation of people has a trembling heart?
Israel.
Israel. Us. Our people. We are sorrow. We have a sorrow of mind.
Right.
When we think about our people, we like, dang, we came so far to have a even further way to go now. Because of the things we partake in today, we are doing worse off today than what we were 10 years ago, 20 years ago. And it's only because we are getting further and further away from the law, statutes, and commandments of the Father. And as long as we don't hearken to the word of the Father, this is what we're going to go through. And I'm gonna close this class out with one more scripture, Deuteronomy 28:58.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 58. If thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book.
And some people will say, how are you certain that these are the laws? Right. I mean, literally it says, if you don't hearken to the laws that are written in this book, this ain't the only time you can find this written this way in this book.
That's right.
This ain't the only time you're going to find it written like this in this book. So this book must have clues pertaining to you and your life and what you must do to please the Most High. Keep going.
That thou mayest fear this glorious and fearful name, the Lord thy God.
Hey, it says to fear this glorious and fearful name, not to play with it, not to take his name in vain, like some of these Christians do, mocking God and disrespecting God and defiling God. Because if you do, then there's some things that's going to come on you, man. It's just over and over again said in this book how if you follow God and be obedient to his laws, statutes, and commandments, he will give you rest. He will give you rest. He will save you from your enemies. There's no one that can come and take you and make you a slave or a servant because you serve the Father. But if you don't serve the Father, then you're going to serve your enemies.
Right.
You're going to serve your enemies that me nor your fathers do not know.
That's right.
And real quick, give me Deuteronomy 28 and 68 real quick.
Okay. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So we already left Egypt. So he said we're going to go back into Egypt with ships. We're going to go back into the house of bondage. That's what Egypt is known for. Synonymously known for the house of bondage. And he said we're going to go back there with ships. Keep going.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
So you're not going to see your land no more again. You're not going to see the way you came. You'll never go in that way again. Keep going.
Right. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
Hold on. You're going to be sold to your friends.
Your enemies.
You're going to be sold to your neighbors.
Your enemies.
You're going to be sold to your partners.
Your enemies.
For what?
Bondmen and bondwomen. And no man shall buy you.
No man shall buy you, meaning no one shall redeem you out of this captivity. No one shall break you out of the hands of your enemies. And we are still under the foot of our enemies. When you Google those three words, yoke of iron, and you go to the images, Guess who's popping up? You, so-called black man. You, so-called native man. You, so-called native woman. You, so-called Negro woman. You. That's who's popping up. These curses are pertaining to you, not anybody and everybody. Everybody is not invited to our transatlantic slave trade, so everybody shouldn't be invited to our covenant. If everybody is not invited to our curses, if everybody is not invited to our laws, how can you invite everybody to these covenants that the Most High only gave to Israel? And with that being said, I'm gonna turn the class over to priest and officer.
This is the ISUBK security announcements. Goes to new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are here to learn and shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, they'll seek permission from their heads to marry. Tithes is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21. Malachi 3, 8 through 10. Ma'asra means that in Hebrew, a 10% of every increase the Lord gives you. Priest one is a few offering for the priest, not mandatory, whatever amount you like to give. Upcoming high holy days. It is the Feast of First Fruits. We will get that date to you shortly. Now stay tuned. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, he is to start wearing all black boots, pants, shirt, headband, and scarf with that of Miser. Men of Israel stand. We'll give a courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Miser Shabbat, Miser, Barak.
Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat,
Yashmata, hands down. Sorry, we face the sisters. Stand, the Miser. Men of Israel, we'll give a courtesy salute. Miser Shabbat, Miser, Barak.
Yahweh Shema, Adam Hashem, Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh Shema, Adam Hashem, Yahweh Shah.
Yashmata, dismissed. You gotta stop making me laugh.
Bro, I don't even be doing that. That shit just hit you hard, didn't it, though?